Hello and welcome to another side special of the Moncast, where we're talking about the third part of Try, which was Confession.
Better.
We've all watched it. Which versions did we watch this time?
I've committed to the dub.
Sub.
I did the dub film as well. Did you watch? Was it episodes or film?
Film.
Episodes.
So we've done the same as last time. Me and Quinn with the dub film, and then Nelson's just like, I'm going to watch a sub of the episodes.
Yep.
That's how I watched it the first time.
You get the ending every time, don't you?
Yeah, I get the ending every time and I skip it. But still, look, I got those dramatic cuts at the end of the episode, okay? Makes it better.
So when this first came out, and I was pirating the subbed episodes, the last episode didn't go online until like 3 hours later than the others, so I thought this movie ended 20 minutes before it did, and I think that was a better choice.
I disagree.
I disagree also.
I need to do my usual attempt to be funny while summarising the plot.
Go for it.
Go for it.
So, it sort of gets halfway where I just give up being funny because it's impossible with this one. Because it's just too depressing.
Look, this part is called Confession. I'd like to add a subtitle, The Feels, okay?
Try Chapter 3, The Feels.
This does have the most feels of any movie.
It does have quite a lot of feels. It's the most feels for Digimon.
No, that's what I mean, of any of the Digimon movies. So, you were going to do some bullet points.
Yes, I was. So, it starts off with everyone suffering from post-traumatic Leomon death disorder. Meanwhile, the government is still doing some more top-secret governmenting. That's what they do all the time.
Yep.
And Izzy's in a tizzy over the virus. Patamon becomes infected, and we all cry. If you don't cry, then you're probably not human. You should get that checked out. So shortly after that, Kari does that whole glory thing she does, and delivers one of those prophecy things that we all like so much. And all the Digimon are just like, oh, it's a reboot. Reboot's happening. Windows update incoming.
The reboot was really bad.
I'm just surprised they didn't back up the hard drive. And come on, you always do that.
Always backing up before the update. But the kids and the Digimon just have some hangout sessions with a hint of overwhelming despair. This is where I just kind of give up trying to be funny. So Mekomon emerges and starts the Windows update on the whole digital world. And in the final battle to keep Mekomon inside of the distortion, the infection spreads to more of the Digimon. They start the 10-minute to restart timer with no option to postpone. So Tentomon digivolves to Hercules Kabutorimon and makes one last literal push as the reboot completes. Everything is normal until the kids get tired of moping around and decide to return to the digital world. And then the Digimon Emperor is revealed to be Genai, which makes perfect sense. Maki is evil, which also makes perfect sense. Mekomon is still alive, which makes perfect sense. And also the kids find their in-training partners who have Kari's whistle as well, which makes perfect sense.
Did I miss an episode? I didn't see this. Wait, what?
Okay, this is 100% what happened to me.
How many episodes did you watch, Nelson?
I saw until episode 12. What the?
There's a 13th episode to this movie.
There's a 13th episode to this movie. You're kidding me. Wait, let me just check this real quick.
There's a 13th episode, Nelson.
Son of a oh, no!
See, this is what happened to me, and I didn't go back and watch that last movie until a month later.
I was just like, oh, great, I'm gonna finish this soon. I'm like, oh no, there's one. Oh no.
Basically, in the last one, they just all return to the digital world, and they find the in-training partners, and yeah, they have no memories. They have Kari's whistle, though, somehow.
Also, Maki has Ken's Digivice for reasons that will not really get explained, but there is kind of an explanation in the films you haven't seen. Also, all the kids have their crests again, even though Season 2 established that they don't.
Well, they have the power of the crests, but it doesn't show the crests.
Okay, but still, they gave up the power of the crests. That's a thing that happened.
We have to assume that they didn't.
Season 2 lied to us.
The last episode that you missed, Nelson, makes perfect sense. Don't question it.
Where it ended, for you, I think is a really good ending. And then there's 20 more minutes.
I was like, oh, this is the ending. This is like the perfect ending. It's a cliffhanger. Like, oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, they probably could have put that last chunk on the next film.
One question. Do we know what Maki is besides evil?
No.
That's in film 4 or 5, right?
I know that she plays more of a part in film 4, where we finally get some answers to some of these questions.
Some.
But in this one, it's just like, okay, Maki's evil, and she can go to the digital world, apparently.
Yep.
Okay, fair enough. No explanation for Dark Genai, correct?
No.
Okay, not yet. Okay.
That comes in 5, and even then it's not good.
It's never good.
Also, I forgot to mention Alphamon and Jessmon are there and fighting for a bit.
Did I miss the... son of a...
You missed the bit where they just go to the digital world again and set up the next film, which should have just been saved for the next film, probably.
Yes, it should.
It gave me hope at the end, which I needed, because, oh my god, the feels.
Yeah.
I watched this film originally when it first came out, and if it had ended after that bit with the reboot, it would just be like, oh god, no, please no, don't leave it there.
I thought that was a really good ending.
I agree there.
It's a really good ending, which isn't at the end, which is a shame, but it's still a really powerful moment in its own right, because everything just goes silent.
This is what happens when you watch too much Evangelion and you just go like, yep, an ending full of despair, that's what I like.
I was thinking Danganronpa, but alright.
Hope and despair, of course. I don't know why I looked forward to rewatching this one, though, because, my god, it's so sad.
Oh, but it's so well done. The post-traumatic stress is good. Mako has her best moments here, where she actually gives a damn about things.
I like the scene where Izzy is arguing with Mimi again, because, hey, I need information. No, you don't. Shut up. Feelings.
Also, Izzy was right.
Izzy's always right.
He was right, but he could have put it across in a better way.
He could definitely have been nicer, but also he absolutely needed answers to these questions.
Time was of the essence.
He didn't sleep. Oh, no, sorry. He took a small nap.
I appreciate the bottles of oolong tea that have been keeping him alive.
It's black tea in the dub, apparently.
Yeah, which is real dumb.
Yeah, they should have just kept his oolong.
Could have just made it coffee. Come on.
The scene where Mimi just comes by, sees him not there, cleans up the trash, and leaves him more tea is really adorable.
Wait, what? I didn't see that scene. Wait, what?
That's in the episode you didn't see.
God damn it.
Yeah, in the last episode, Izzy does lots of, trying to find out how to get back to the digital world or something.
Izzy's not taking care of himself, again, but Mimi forgives him, and it's cute.
Look, Mimi's is Izzy's Tentomon, clearly.
Yeah, and Tentomon, as we just established, is the goodest boy.
Is the best Digimon.
He's pretty damn awesome.
I just want to point out, he got hugged by every single champion, including Razelmon, because that's Makomon's ultimate form or something like that, and was able to push War Greymon at the same time into the distortion. That's a strong boy.
He is strong. He also could have saved himself and then didn't.
That self-sacrifice.
Oh.
That whole moment.
A true hero sacrifices himself for the sake of others.
On the downside, when inevitably all of the Digimon get their memories back and the whole reboot was completely pointless, they don't have an explanation for it when they had a perfect one right here.
What, the backup actually worked?
Yeah, all they had to do was go, I figured out how to make the backup work.
And they didn't explain. Look, it's the power of friendship, okay?
Wait, did Digimon get all the memories back?
Yeah, you haven't seen that film yet, but of course they do.
No, I don't want that to happen. That's too easy.
It's Digimon.
They can't just make our feels pointless.
I just like this because I know information that I shouldn't know, and I love how Maki pushed for the reboot.
Oh, Maki is so good.
Yeah, she's so sinister in this whole film.
Well, and the Digimon just straight up ask her, how do you know what homeostasis is? And she's just like, 'cause I'm with the government, that's why.
I just like how Gatomolo goes like, oh, are you trustworthy? She's like, yeah? And everybody's like, why are you asking this?
More importantly, why are you believing her?
She swooped in.
She saved the Shining Kairi. I can't complain about that.
Also, is this the first actual mention of homeostasis, ever?
By name, yes. The last time homeostasis showed up was Adventure.
I'm pretty sure Kairi also shined in Adventure 2, but oh well.
Yeah, it was a different glow, though.
She wasn't entirely glowing, like in this one.
Nobody was talking through her at the time. Instead, she was just real depressed. God, that's the best episode of O2.
It's the worst!
What? No! I love the Cthulhu episode.
It had lots of potential and it was all squandered.
Yeah, they don't go anywhere with it. But as a standalone episode of Digimon, I'm like, I wish this was the whole series.
Don't worry, we get a callback in Hacker's Memory.
Huh, I haven't finished that yet, so I don't know what that is.
You face a giant Dragomon.
I was hoping that Hikari showed up.
She just steps in, just like, I am here to be the plot device.
They straight up do that in Redigitize, where it just ties there.
Tai, Sora, Matt, Takeru.
I remember.
Well, if you wanna get specific about it, you got Mirai, who is everywhere at the same time because of some thing that was revealed in Redigitize for the 3DS. There's some backstory with her, or something like that.
I spent 2 years translating Redigitize, and I never played it.
Good game. Recommended if you like Digimon World games that are Tamagotchi games.
Digimon games are okay. Digimon films are also okay.
So how about that Joe not worrying about university anymore?
Joe's just become, like, super chill about everything now.
My problems have been resolved. Now I can be a good friend again.
Now I can finally introduce Gomamon to my girlfriend. Only for him to question her reality.
In fairness, we never meet her.
So you think Joe just imagined his girlfriend's life?
I am still on team totally that girl he stole a bike from in that movie.
He stole a bike from a girl in that movie? Wait, what?
Revenge of Diaboromon, I think? He just steals some girl's bike, and then in the ending credits he's giving it back to her. And I'm like, oh, dude, come on.
I need to see this. Oh, you mean the girl with the pink hoodie and glasses?
Yes.
I can ship them.
No, I'm into that. Hooray.
So I'm not going to question it. Let's just keep going before we have to reboot again.
Yep, homeostasis is being a
How many times do I have to say reboot before it starts being funny?
It will never be funny.
Reboot. Reboot, reboot, reboot,
Please stop.
reboot,
Look, we don't want a Digimon reboot, okay? Stop.
reboot.
Actually, we kind of do because Atmon was awesome.
I've not watched it yet, so. But let's try and talk about Try.
Okay, so we talked about Joe and his non-existent but existent girlfriend.
Yeah, and it's sudden just like lack of caring about things now. He's just kind of carefree.
I can dig that.
He's just like, oh yeah, I want Digivolved as a person.
We also got a nice scene with Sora. I thought Sora was gonna have an ultimate Digivolution in this movie because of Biyomon just going like, you should worry more about yourself. You're such a mom. You should worry about yourself.
Yeah, oh god, Sora is the best mom.
She's a pretty good mom.
Hey, her crest was love for some reason.
I can dig it. But yeah, just her being like, okay, I need to call all my friends and make sure they're okay. Aww.
It's understandable because like they all saw Leomon die, and now there's an infection spreading, and Makomon's missing, and there's a lot of reasons to be sad in this film.
Look, it's not the first time they've seen Leomon die. Why would they be traumatized again?
Just because you've seen them die once doesn't make the second time any less painful.
You know, I was really sad because after the reboot, he should be alive again. They should have killed him again.
Yes. You know, just turn him into Mad Leomon, then you got an excuse to kill him.
But yeah, the whole like first, I don't know how long, 20 minutes, half an hour, is just like all the kids being upset and trying to keep each other just not depressed, I guess.
You even got this little scene of Matt blushing a little bit as he tells Tai, you know, if everyone can ultimate Digivolve, we might not need Omnimon. He's like, you know, he's stupid baka.
Also, I really thought that Matt's voice sounded much more like Edward Elric in this one.
I have no opinion towards that because no English.
Well, it's the same voice actor, but it came across a lot more like Ed from Fullmetal Alchemist this time, which is okay because like it was too much like TK's voice before.
Oh yeah, I was gonna mention the pilot way at the beginning of the movie is just straight up Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
He looks similar. Is it the same voice actor?
His dub voice actor is the same guy doing the same voice.
Wow.
It was kind of awesome.
That is pretty awesome.
It's a quick paycheck.
This whole film's a quick paycheck.
No. This one, I don't think so.
No, this film, it had some pretty good voice acting, I thought.
Yeah, it's definitely improved since the first movie.
Oh yeah, it's got so much better. There's more of the voice acting, I feel, as well. Honestly, I think the films have just improved as they've gone on so far.
Can't wait for that downhill drop.
First film was second film was good. This one was the best so far.
You're gonna go back to next time and go down from there.
I can't remember much for the fourth film. I think I enjoyed it.
There's some rapey Genai. It's not good.
Well, that doesn't spoil the whole film.
It kinda did, for me.
I just want to see one Digimon in specific. Hopefully I'll see him. I doubt I'll see him, but I just want to see one Digimon in specific.
Who do you want to see?
Barrymore.
You will not.
Ah, damn it.
The 5th episode, if you want to call it that, does seem to hint that it's Royal Knights again, which I imagine lots of fans will just be like, Royal Knights. But I'm just kind of like, oh, cool, more Royal Knights. Also, I'm assuming that Jessmon is the Hackmon that we've seen many times.
I believe that to be correct.
Excuse me, Hackmon? No, Huckmon. Come on, Huckleberry Finn.
It's called Hackmon in the dub. We are jumping all over this film because it's like 20 minutes longer, so it's hard to find a focus.
If we take out the depression montages, this film is not very long.
True.
But the depression montages are the best bits.
That's true.
70% of them are Patamon, which makes it worse.
Alright, I'm pretty mad at TK for just not saying anything.
I understand it, but I'm like, you're a f***ing coward, aren't you?
Well, and just like, if anybody's gonna be able to help, it's Izzy, and he can't help unless you tell him.
Yeah, but there's an issue there because, Tentomo, he's also infected, and he didn't tell Izzy.
Yeah, there's a lot of people not actually confessing anything.
Yep.
Agumon was the only one who confessed, and that's because Tai had him by the neck.
Ironically, Matt 100% knows about the reboot and doesn't tell anybody.
What? How?
Matt reads about it in that report at the beginning of the movie.
He did?
I think that's implied anyway. And then they're just like, so don't tell anybody, so he doesn't.
I don't think that's a possibility, mostly because after he exits the office, you just see the teacher man, I always forget his name, just going like, why the hell did you lie to him?
Maki, she pretends to be friendly and helpful, but she's withholding a lot from the kids.
Yeah, she's been withholding stuff from Daigo, too.
She's withholding a lot from everyone. Did we mention she's in cahoots with the Digimon Emperor, who is also Gennai?
So this movie briefly tries to cover the what the hell happened to the other kids when TK and Kari go to Ken's house, and then they don't get an answer, and that's it.
No. You got Matt asking Daigo.
That's true. Matt got lied to about them.
We keep watch of every single Digidestin, and at the end, after he's out, you just see like the whole, they're missing.
So Daigo thinks they're missing and nobody knows where they are. The kids have just accepted, I guess, for like a year that they just don't talk to those guys anymore.
Yeah, especially Kairi and TK.
Because that's the only way that the first two movies make sense. Like, remember when Tai was calling everybody he knows to try to get them to go to his soccer game and didn't call any of them?
I'm sure they're okay. They'll pass.
For that matter, they all went to the same elementary school as TK and Kari. They should all be going to the same middle school now. Or high school, whichever it was. I think those two are in middle school.
Yeah, because they're younger. And they have a different uniform.
Guys, look, this is Japan. If someone doesn't talk to you for a day, they don't care about you, okay?
I think that's just true.
I think that's true in any country.
Exactly.
Guess Portugal's just different then. So, let's talk about the big Patamo in the room, which is Patamo getting infected.
No!
And the whole scene where TK just gets home and he goes like, you brought me because I'm infected, right?
Are you just like, no, Patamon, no.
No, please don't do this now, Patamo.
He's so happy and yet so sad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Even I cried, and I'm a monster.
Yeah, I think I cried the first time. I didn't today, but I've seen this movie probably 4 times now.
Yeah, this is the second time I've seen it. My eyes watered up, but I held back the tears.
This was my first time I've seen it. I cried like a little baby besides my girlfriend.
Oh, I thought you'd seen all these movies.
Oh no, I've seen spoilers, that's it.
Ah, so this is the first time you've seen it. Wow, I'm so sorry, Nelson, that we made you do this.
Oh no, why are you apologizing? Now I have an excuse to actually see them.
Now you have feels. We made you feel, Nelson, I'm sorry.
No. Look, feels is okay, but feels about Patamo, that's a sin.
Patamon's my favourite.
I know. I still hate him though.
Why?
I just hate him.
What did he do?
Yeah.
He's useless.
What? He's the limit break.
He's the one that's like, all his Digivolutions are stronger than the rest of them.
Except Seraphimon.
We've not seen Seraphimon.
Throughout Adventure and Zero 2, his evolutions were just f***ing stronger than everybody else. There was that time regular-ass Angemon was just fighting toe-to-toe with Paimon.
Yeah, but he was holding back.
Was he? Because I don't think that's true.
If he wasn't holding back, then at least Magna Angemo would have completely owned him without any help of War Greymon and Metal Gnurumon.
He just made a whole dimension and put Paimon into it.
But he had help.
He had a small amount of help. I kinda think he could have done it on his own.
Plot armor, I don't like it. Angemon is not that powerful. Even with the vaccine advantage and the holy advantage, he's not supposed to be that powerful.
He's not supposed to be, but that's the power of hope or something.
Where was the power of hope when he got infected, eh?
Not doing so well. See, he gave up his crest. That's what happens.
He didn't have much hope. It was so weird, that scene. Well, it's kind of almost tragically funny, because he goes into just like, yeah, there's no point worrying about it if nothing's happened, and then just like a second later, oh, Paimon's infected, everything's gone wrong. No!
I just want to point out, I found out that Patama actually has teeth. I thought he had just gums.
Tokomon had some serious teeth. I don't know where you think they went.
Never saw Patama with teeth.
Just like two little sharp things that bite into TK's arm.
Izzy is just not very observant.
He missed a giant-ass bite wound. Like, what the hell?
Oh no, that was Joe that missed that.
There were several people who missed that, including Izzy. Also Patamon.
No, Paimon noticed him, just like, oh cool, whatever.
He's like, oh, I'm infected, great!
Also, was it Izzy or Joe who watches as he wrestles Patamon to the ground and is just like, okay.
He's like, oh yeah, I just missed him so much, Joe.
We're, hugging.
Just hugging it out.
Hey, what's those marks on you? Oh, it's nothing, it's a love bite.
Izzy is he misses a lot, just like all the Digimon just straight up leaving.
I mean, in fairness, he hadn't slept in like 2 weeks.
That's true.
That whole scene where it's just like, when did you last sleep? Just like, when was the festival again? Izzy's just like a manic workaholic, apparently.
Nah, he just wants to be competent from the looks of it.
He's exactly like every other coder I know.
I haven't experienced as a coder. Nope. Hell no.
Yeah, he does a lot of work. He's just non-stop trying to solve a problem.
And none of it really comes to anything.
No, until he then just goes like, okay, so there's this whole new thing called a reboot, so new problem, I'll just solve that one instead.
Well, we gotta thank Tentomon for that.
Yeah, Tentomon's just like, if it's hard, do something else.
God damn it, TK. His backup program idea would have worked if he had told anybody slightly sooner, because they all could have just gone into the thing.
I feel like if any Digimon told anyone that they're infected sooner.
Okay, poor communication. That's the new subtitle for this movie. It's actually a lack of confession.
Yes, it is, especially for Gatomon, who's supposed to be the smart, honest one.
They all become infected pretty much, and no one tells anyone.
But except Agumon.
Yeah, there's a few rare exceptions, but most of them are just like, let's just have this moment with our kids.
I'm 100% on board with Gatomon just being like, why don't we go get some pictures for, no reason.
And like, the counterpoint, like, Kairu's like, you wanna go shopping? She's like, can't we?
Yeah, that whole scene's just tinged with sadness, because it's just like, oh no.
Oh, it's so good.
It's good feels.
I just want to point out that Agumon was bullied the whole movie. Whenever he said something, Gatomon just said him to shut up.
I mean, he did just keep going on about food.
I'm sorry, the world will be destroyed by a reboot. Is that something you can eat?
I do appreciate that there was lots of Digimon time. Just time spent with just Digimon on screen.
It was Digimon time again.
I just want to point out that Palmon's interaction with Mimi was the saddest one I've ever seen, because they just don't mix, in my opinion.
Which one?
When Palma was just hearing Mimi's story, and she's like, so you just see her with this face of complete blankness, and Mimi goes like, oh, wasn't the story funny? She's like, oh yeah, it's so funny, What story? Mimi's like, oh, you're so funny, Palma.
Palmon's just distracted thinking about the fact she's gonna forget everything. That's kind of gonna weigh on your mind.
This will be the thing you remember as the last time we ever spoke. You telling me some story about somebody I don't know or care about.
That was watering plants that were artificial. TK just hugged Pantamo the whole day.
I mean, I would.
That was so sad.
Yeah. Then Matt just played the harmonica the whole day too.
The harmonica, that's good nostalgia.
TK trying to cover for being sad and just pretending he's faking and saying, well, I'm really upset about your band breaking up again.
I love that one.
Oh, so good.
And the best part, just Gabumon's reaction to the whole thing.
The tri-abridged, where Gabumon is the only one who doesn't tell his partner what's going on. It's just like, Gabumon keeps his promises.
Gabumon's like the best Digimon, I think.
Gabumon's a real good Digimon.
A lot of them are really good.
Tentomo is best one.
They're all good. All the Digimon are good.
Except Pantamo.
No, especially Patamon.
No, that's the worst one.
Patamon's just like, I've got to go, TK, I need to go fight.
And he screws everything up by becoming the first infected. Congrats.
I mean, that's not his fault.
Kinda is.
He's like, if I turn, I want you to put me down. That's...
Oh, God.
That's not something you just put on someone lightly, though.
Yeah, but it's also a totally fair... There's literally no one else who can do it.
How about we don't fight and don't risk it? They were doing okay without Anjamo. I'm sorry.
That's fair, but he still probably would have turned evil at that moment.
I disagree, because all of them went evil the moment they went into close contact with Maikumo.
Who is the source of the infection as revealed in this film, slowly but surely to like all of them, one at a time.
Yeah, but she's controlling the infection, that's the thing.
Is she?
They were all defending her for some reason.
Given how little information we ever get about how the infection actually works, I don't know if that's true or not.
I still want to know how the hell she got that infection, because... what the hell?
She was living with May. It probably came from May.
Yes, also, I didn't know May's father was a politician or a government officer.
He is a Digimon researcher for the government. You know, a thing that definitely existed.
Like, before any Digimon actually turned up. Although, like, when was it that Greymon and Parrotmon appeared? They were like 4.
Yeah, so that would have been like 9, 10 years ago now.
You say that, but you know what, I'm gonna be quiet. I'll spoil some things. I don't want to say anything.
Oh, well, we know there were 80s kids, so I guess there's that.
Also, it's very convenient that the Digimon researcher's daughter gets a Digimon.
And then he tells her, by the way, your Digimon is extra special. Also, I'm never going to tell you in what way.
And the Digivice just has like an X made out of DNA strands on it for some reason.
That's pretty bad, actually.
So long as how she has first generation Digivice, though. How long does she have Maikumo with her?
I think the implication based on her age in the flashback is she got them at the same time the other kids did.
But did she go to the digital worlds?
It doesn't look like it, no. She's still never been to the digital world.
So how the hell did Meiku get here?
Meikumon was in the digital world at some point, and then, you know, random gates happen.
Yeah, she literally just emerges.
You know, I'm not gonna question this, because this is just a whole... We have King Drizzle, or Queen Drizzle, if you prefer, overseeing the whole digital world, yet there's still holes happening. There's still Digidestined things happening.
The ironic thing is that it didn't work, and, spoiler, Maki knew it wouldn't work. She just wanted to reset for different reasons.
Yeah, I know.
We find out like the start of the next film, I think.
I think so.
You know the reasons. What is it, Stevie? Please do spoilers.
I'm not going to say, in case I'm wrong, because it might say something completely different further down the line.
No, I think that comes up in the fourth movie.
Yeah, it's like at the start they have the whole sepia flashback with Daigo and Maki.
Ah, then you know what Maki's plan is, clearly.
Well, I don't know what the plan is. I know why she's doing it, but whatever. That's the next film again.
Getting back to this week, I think I might be done with this week.
I think all of the kids just have lots of feels.
It's really well done. I really enjoy just slow time hanging out with Digimon where there's no fights.
Yeah, I actually really like the fact that instead of having 2 peaks in the film, like they've done in the other ones, there's just the one peak at the end, which is just really well done.
And I appreciate, even though I think it should have been in the next movie, I really did like a montage of what do we do now they're gone.
Yeah, it's just like, here's all the kids being normal. It's pretty boring, and they're all quite sad, honestly.
Mimi is so bored without her that she's looking for a job.
That is grave stuff. Oh my god, she's actually being responsible.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, and then just like the moment where Ty's sat out in the rain and then you hear the whistle. It's just like, oh my god. Like, unlike the first film where the nostalgia was just here's tons of fan service, it takes up half the film and they shove it in your face. It was used to so much better effect in this one, where it's just like the whistle and the harmonica.
There's less of it, but it's so much stronger.
Yeah, it's so much better, instead of just CGI Digivolution scenes.
We had a couple of them.
We had a couple. They were okay. They actually did split screen the Greymon and Ikakumon one, which was appreciated. Oh yeah, and the music. We should say the music was also very good. How long are you going to do that?
You know, until someone stops me. Anyway.
So this film basically just spirals into despair, and then at the end it's just like, oh yeah, TK is a crest of hope, we're all happy. We're going to do the thing. And they all return to the digital world through plot convenience, as is standard for Digimon.
And Ken's Digivice, which is a thing no one questions why she has. Also, we come back briefly to a thing that was mentioned in the first movie of, oh yeah, the Generation 1 Digivices, and I guess the D3s, because 2 people on the team have them, can't open the gate anymore.
The original Digivices could never open the gate on their own. It was always the D3s, in Zero 2 anyway.
In Zero 2. In Adventure they could.
In Adventure they could, and like all 8 were together. They did it like once. So I could probably do that again.
Just one question. Did they play the do-do-do-do-do-do-do? They played that as they went back?
Yeah, you need to watch the last episode.
It's not fair.
The digital world's really pretty.
I just want to point out, I just checked the fourth movie, just in case, just see how many episodes it has. It's just 4. Just this was the only one that has 5.
This and 6, so that way it comes out to a 26-episode series.
Okay, now I gotta remember, 6 has 5 episodes. I can't forget that.
I'll remind you.
Thank you.
Also, we've not actually discussed, but the epic battle with the reboot counting down is like the best battle in the whole series so far.
It's a pretty good battle.
So much emotion.
Just the constant back and forth, and the fact that they're not trying to destroy Mekumon makes it so much more interesting.
And then Tentomon being like, okay, need to stop the fighting now, get you guys into the box.
And nobody goes into the box.
Nope.
But then he warp digivolves.
I just like how the final scene before they disappear is just all of them piling onto Hercules Kabuterimon, and it's a goddamn hug.
Big ol' group hug, and also manages to overpower every other Digimon.
Including War Greymon.
It's so badass.
I just want to point this out. Again, one Digimon overpowered the whole group. So 6 champions, 1 ultimate grasp in his arms, and 1 mega.
And they were infected as well, so that makes them stronger. But he did it because he's just big.
The power of feels.
I feel like Tentomon being so special should have a burst Digivolution and go to Tyrant Kabuterimon. There you go.
That's a new one to me.
It is the strongest insect Digimon and governs all insect Digimon.
Well, it is a tyrant.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This guy attacks with bees. Just that.
Oh, man. You know what? Tyrant should be the virus form. Prime Minister Kabuterimon is the vaccine.
He is actually a virus.
I figured. There should be a vaccine version.
But yeah, the moment where it just goes silent and you just get the beeping of the countdown. And then it just goes dead silent.
I don't know how you didn't end your movie there. They clearly thought about it.
They should have.
I think it was that they wanted to have 26 episodes.
Probably that as well. It's a weird one. But yeah, this one is the best.
It's the best.
It's the best around.
It's the best because it's so traumatizing. There's just so many moments that make me want to cry.
Anyway, I think that's it for this week, unless anybody has more.
I don't really have much else to say because just like TK was awesome. So many feels for TK. Izzy was also just a hardworking bean.
You know, I disagree how TK is awesome, especially with the beginning of how Kairi just goes, oh, TK changed so much.
I mean, Kari's just totally crushing on TK.
She totally is. And yeah, that's fine.
There wasn't much room for shipping in this one.
There was totally some Mimi Mako.
There was some. There was some actually TK and Mei Mei.
Yes, there was.
If you want to go that route, there was also Matt and Mei Mei because, you know, he saved her, held her hand as they ran away.
Yeah, there's a little of that, but my screenshot of Mimi and Mako is so good.
Honestly, Mei just gets...
She's the self-insert character.
Nothing good happens to Mei in this film.
I don't know, she's got like 6 people trying to date her.
But she's put through the absolute emotional blender.
Oh, we didn't mention way at the beginning when the other classmates go up to Mimi and are just like, hey, thank you for putting on that costume and dancing. We should do that next year. Turns out you were right.
Oh yeah, it's just like, that was pretty cool. Should have done that.
I feel like there should have been a mixed reaction to that. Just cause... I don't want Mimi to be full of herself, I'm sorry.
She wasn't full of herself. People just said she was.
She was appreciative. It's like, oh, thanks for coming around, guys.
I don't know, I'm just used to people whenever something like this happens, they become very, very full of themselves. And usually use that situation for everything.
But Mimi is the goodest girl, and she won't.
Well, her crest is sincerity, so I don't trust her.
Nelson, you need to watch the last episode.
Yeah, I do.
Tokumon has a whistle and also a really strange voice, but I don't care because it was Tokumon. And Tokumon is the best, even if both of you hate his teeth.
Those are some pretty scary ass teeth.
I'm just saying, those teeth can penetrate Chrome Digisoids, okay?
Probably. I wouldn't question it if it happened.
You see Alphamo, you see him like biting down his ankle, you see Alphamo like slowly disintegrating, like, I don't feel so good.
This whole film's just packed with feels.
I still say Deadpool 2 had more feels than this, but oh well.
You are wrong.
You are objectively wrong.
No. Anything with Patamon crying. Ah!
I would usually savor that moment, but given the context, nope, I cried.
It was upsetting and distressing, and it's the best film.
Steve, you gotta put me on a podcast where the episode just Pantamon getting hurt. Because I need an episode I can just cheer loudly whenever he gets hit.
I'm not doing that.
I think it's time we end this episode. We're getting very silly.
But yeah, this was a longer film, and it was a better film.
I don't know what you're talking about. It was the same length as all the others.
No, you just missed an episode because you're a pleb.
Shut up.
Where can the people find my lovely co-hosts this time?
You can find me on Twitter at RealYubico.
You can find me at YouTube at Demon Dragon Master, and also at Twitter at Demon Dragon Master, because Twitter doesn't like me.
Many platforms don't like you, Nelson.
Yeah, no.
And thank you for listening. I hope you've enjoyed this mess. But we're all upset. But bye-bye, listeners. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
See ya.
Bye.
Can you see round upon I don't even know the lyrics to this goddamn song.